Hey all, it's thoose, and this is episode 10, no, episode 9 of Vampire Survivors. And today we are actually gonna be doing the Garlic Paradise. We're gonna be doing the Garlic Gramps adventure, so yes. So right now, keep them mentioned that the adventure coins basically is what you will start with in, like, said adventure and stuff that, because yeah. Of course, if you can see here, you have like Ascension points, right? So you can put them into anything. So you can see 25%. So you can have 25% luck, the crown, which is the growth, the greed, and the curse. So you can have 25% curse, for example. But we are gonna, of course, do the Garlic Gramps adventure, which I have not recorded from yet, and stuff like that. So yeah, so we have of course done it once. Okay, that's good. So I actually do get to re-spend these. Because I think that I had spent them at one point and stuff that, I think that I did do that, At one point that I did actually spend them. So yeah, flashing VFX is off. That looks good. Yeah, and the pixel font. I don't know if the pixel font is good to have on or not, or if that is, things. But yeah, the question is, can we get all the points here? Because you can get 15% from the growth here. For example, if we put all the points... you can only have 2 of the points into this so far. So do we just then wait with the cash and just put the points into there, so that we make it so that we will have 3... so we'll have 6 additional percentage upon what we already have, basically. Because the... augments area of attack by 5%, max 10%. Yeah, let's just go with that, because, And I'm pretty certain that cooldown actually affects the magnet. I'm pretty certain also affects the thing. Right, yeah. Probably. You can get 5% per rank from that, so... Now let's go with increasing our max health there. Because the max health is important, so yeah. So will we go with Pope? Will we go with the old design of Pope? Yeah, we will. So that's all of these here. For example, isn't his default stats, of course, and stuff that, because, the max health got increased there and stuff that, but he has, like, no movement speed and stuff that, so yeah. So we're gonna start with Garlic Gramps, of course, because that's the only character you have so far. And Old Mad Forest. Power cost a simple time when surviving the madness of the forest and hoarding masses of garlic was all that mattered. So we're not gonna run hyper or hurry, we're gonna run Arcanas, limit break, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's just run with the beginning, right? Then, there's gonna be no hurry mode or hyper mode for whatever, right? So he's still gonna have like 24% movement speed in this adventure. I'm guessing that's just because that is a big buff to him, technically, and stuff like that, so yeah. So we will see how this goes, because this feels a bit loud, because I'm using 10 in volume or whatever, right? So here's the thing, right? So with the garlic, starting with Divine Bloodlines is very powerful, but it's also very, very powerful to start with the Tragic Princess, which is... What is the Tragic Princess? Tragic Princess is early, right? Yeah, this one. They could now list the weapons reduced when moving. So you have both versions of the Garlic, like the upgraded one, both versions of Santa Water, both versions of the Thunder Ring. And these can work tremendously with the Divine Bloodlines and stuff like that. So here you can see all the weapons that would like reflect damage, basically. So you have this Winter Sacro, you have the Victor Sword, you have the armor, you have the Hollow Heart. So yeah. The Divine Bloodlines is of course very, very good, because it works with garlic and it will like start to give you like the max health thing and stuff like that. But of course actually let's go with Divine Bloodlines first. So yeah, actually let's bring it down to 8 in volume, because I think that worked fine last time, Okay, so that's golden eggs. I mean, technically sometimes I think it might be actually smarter to use, It looks like the normal map, but why don't they show you the... Alright, because the merchants or the other characters are not on this level. The other characters are not on this level. So we could go with Laurel. definitely. You know, and stuff that's, yeah. I don't know how much it will matter. I don't know how. I didn't check out the previous video, by the way. I did not check, you know, if the 8 is good enough in volume for you to hear, you know. If used the thing that just matters for the recording, if that's just these settings here, if that's the thing that matters for the recording, you know, stuff that, so yeah. You know, so yeah. But I think it's, of course, is if we get to see the crown, by the way, the crown is going to be really good. But I don't know if the crown is available yet and stuff that, or if the crown needed to be unlocked or not, because yeah. No, it is showing 31% growth there, so the 25% growth that you could get there at the very start does stack with the points that we put into growth and stuff that, so that's also 31% growth. Which, by the way, is a really, really big deal, by the way, because, you know, like, yes, you would need 100% to basically double your XP and stuff that, but, you know, gaining levels faster is a big deal, of course, and stuff that, because, you know, the other things that you could get points into there, right, it was like greed, right, greed, curse and luck, right, greed, curse and luck, I think. Yeah, the candelabra is definitely going to be, like, important and stuff that. Empty Tome is also important because Empty Tome is just like cool down and stuff that, and that just makes it tick faster, the garlic itself and stuff that, which is very good, of course. And this feels like the old school stuff, you know, and stuff that when you first, almost when you first started playing, because you don't start with any goal, you know, when you first start playing Vampire Survivors, and you won't have access to the adventures right away, of course, you know, it will take some time probably to get to unlock the adventures. Yeah, Empty Tome, let's go with it. Because we don't have any rerolls, of course, and stuff that, that's actually very good. Because those are usually a good amount of like XP and stuff that's, yeah. We will, of course, eventually have to start going towards the Metalligo left, the Metalligo right and stuff that. Now I don't believe we will have access to Clocklands, that I'm pretty certain, right? That we show you all the things that you have access to here, yeah. All the weapon evolutions here, so all of these stuff are things that are already unlocked. So the whip can show up, the medic wand can show up, the knife can show up, the axe can show up, the garlic can show up, the double bird can show up, the cat can show up. Of course the cat goes with the greed, I believe it is, right? Or the cow maybe, but yeah. So the garlic would go with the of course the Pomarola and stuff like that. But I'm pretty certain that the crown can show up. Like hopefully we do see the crown. I will immediately just pick the crown if we see it, by the way, because the crown is going to be very important. So yeah. The tome is big also, if I remember correctly, because the tome makes it so that it will do its damage more often from the garlic and stuff like that. So yeah. Now I forgot exactly what stat actually mattered for the damage, right? Because, you know, technically yes, the Empty Tome is a huge like damage buff and stuff that, like, you know. Yeah, get more garlic. You see now that we're only like, the fact that we're only caring about 2 weapons now and stuff that, you know. Yes, Lord is a weapon and stuff that, but yeah. You know, we have taken no damage yet, so, you know. As you can see, the main problem with Poe is, of course, the fact that his max health is very, very low and stuff that. Yes, let's get Candelabra for now. Because Candelabra will start damaging them earlier and stuff that, which is big as well. But you can already see now, we start having a problem with killing actually stuff that they're not dying immediately and stuff that. So it is a bit bad, so it's very, very dangerous to just focus on that at first. The movement speed is really important though, but, you know, we are gonna wait with the box, you know. I wonder if this will count as basically as starting the game in vanilla, like how it would normally, right? Because when you first start playing the game, right, the first game that you do, certain chests are guaranteed to be a certain thing, like certain chests are guaranteed, for example, to be epic, and certain chests, if you, in your first game that you do, if you survive long enough, basically because there is a guaranteed amount of chests that you will get, because certain bosses will always drop a chest, basically, certain enemies will also drop a chest, so you're guaranteed to get a certain amount of chests if you survive your first run, when you first like play the OG game, basically, and stuff like that. So yeah. We will see how long we will wait with picking this up here, because yeah, I'm pretty certain that this chest can only be a blue one, the very first one, you know, and stuff like that. Now a lot of people might say, of course, greed is the best thing to get first, you know, which is probably like true and stuff like that, but you know, but I feel like the XP is a really big deal, especially if the crown is not available right away, right? Let's go towards this, just see, okay, so that's clear. That's actually very good. Do we just pick up the chest? Yeah, let's just pick up the chest for now. That's on a tractor orb, that's level 3. Right, because passives are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most of the passives are like 5 levels and stuff like that. There are some passives, of course, that are more than 5 levels and stuff like that, which is important. So yes. Yeah, now we have a really we have a pretty buff garlic at this point and stuff like that. Now, we haven't gotten any extra health yet from Divine Bloodlines, which you might say is okay, it's really bad at this point. I see, that's the thing, right? The characters that normally Divine Bloodlines would be good is not on Poe, basically, because Poe's main problem is that he has like low health and stuff like that, so yeah. But of course, if you have, for example, Laurel, then like the damage you take, you know, like I know that Laurel doesn't have like the reflected, like the damage and stuff that you saw which ones the Divine Bloodlines do affect, you know, and stuff like that, so yeah. Let's pick this up now and see here, so yeah. So that's garlic, that's level 7 garlic, so there's only one more level of garlic we can get. So we can soon really start investing into another weapon soon. Which is good. We're only at the 6-minute mark now when we're level 16, which is... I would say that that's decent, that's not like super good or anything, there's a lot of stuff here. Some coin, that's some slow edge, you know, this is actually really good. Yeah, because that kills that. I think we saw a crit there as well, maybe. Oh, that's a bit dangerous to do. Because we don't start with the revival, of course, and stuff like that, so, you know. Of course, having a bigger field like this means that you will damage the enemies more often. Okay, so that's maxed out garlic now. We still haven't seen the Pomarola though, which might be really bad, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Not seeing the Pomarola at all. Now I know that the cat could be really good also as well with this, you know, and stuff like that, but yeah. I am trying to remember what stuff was on the whole reflect thing, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Of course, obviously armor is going to be a big deal, by the way. But I think where the armor really matters is used against the weaker enemies. I feel like, you know, that's where the armor really matters. Yeah, I want to try and wait to 10 minutes before we pick that up, but yeah, that was better. Because I was scared at the one point there that the thing would just move a bunch of enemies into us, which would have been bad. But this is actually good. Yeah, let's go for the shield then. I know that that's probably not what we should have done. We probably should have done the pigeons at that point. Instead of that, because both of the pigeons will of course, you know, be a big deal. I forgot when is it that skeleton waves come. Is it at 8 minutes? I forgot when it is the skeleton wave. Empty cooldown, of course, that will make that is a huge DPS increase there once we get all the points. So it's minus 32% cooldown, which is of course, you know, like it shows minus percent, you know, because that's how often we can use it, because like the minus is the good thing on the cooldown, you know, of course. I might pick it up earlier than the 10th minute, you know, of course, but yeah, but you know, because we haven't seen Pomarola yet, we would need the Pomarola to get the against one additional charge. Because I mean, you can see, okay, we're not killing the things immediately, but you can see that it ticks very often there. Because each time it's doing that thing, the blinking thing on the enemies, that means that there's a tick of the garlic basically and stuff like that. So you can see how some of them are dying immediately to one tick, but then there are certain ones that are definitely taking 2 of the ticks and stuff like that, you know. This is of course a big deal. Now the fact that these are still dying in one hit is good, but that most of them are dying in one hit and stuff like that makes it so that you can almost safely go into them. But you just don't like just rush into them and stuff like that, you know, so yeah, so that's the candelabra door almost leveled up, and we have an area of 50%, which is good. The Boogaloo Illusions is of course very, very good also with this, by the way, this setup. So let's pick up one of the chests, so yeah, so that's the guaranteed purple one, I believe, because that was our white third chest, I think it is, that is guaranteed epic. I think that was our third chest. The main problem is that these bats count as a boss enemy. The bigger bats, basically, which is a problem, kinda. And yeah, that's also a problem. But we did that pretty nice there, so you can, you know. But that's the thing that's really, really good with him, that you can be a certain distance away. You can be a certain distance away from the enemies and still like kill them and stuff like that, which can keep you safe, of course, which is actually very, very good to do. So 10 minutes right there. This of course is going to be a blue one. Yeah. So now we have both maxed out garlic, maxed out laurel and stuff like that, which is important of course, but it's only going to be important if we're going to be able to evolve the thing with the laurel. And I kind of forgot, laurel is the thing with the rings, right? Laurel is the thing with the rings. Right, laurel is the thing with the rings, I'm pretty certain, right? Laurel is the ring thing. I'm pretty certain. Laurel is the ring things. And stuff like that. Yeah, normally I would just like to we could probably have gone out there at that point. Right, yeah, because our shield is good enough. That's a very, very good use of the shield, by the way. It is not going to be a lot, because I don't think that I've left that much XP behind. Of course, keep in mind that getting the fire, for example, the fire thing is actually very, very good to see. I'm actually looking for it right now. So yeah. Sometimes you actually want to try and look for the fire, by the way, because the fire thing can actually be a big part of your damage. There we go, now it's a skeleton wave, and we're killing the skeletons. That's insanely good. Now you might wonder, oh, okay, why is this so good? Because that is the thing, that if we're killing the skeletons, by the way, then that means that our damage is good enough for now. Now the skeleton waves last a pretty long time, so now you want to make sure that you're getting XP here. So now we have maxed out all of the stuff, by the way, which is really good. So now the next thing, we're gonna have to choose another weapon, most likely. And now there's cats falling. I don't know if that's to indicate that they really want us to take cats. The main problem is, of course, is that the cats can also self-damage you and stuff like that. Wings are, of course, pretty big deal because the character is slow and stuff like that, but wings can also kind of hurt you. But the wings could be a good way to make sure that we are able to reach the things. Let's go with the peach. Let's go with the bird, because 2 birds will also guarantee that we get the. Let's just go with the other bird immediately there at that point. So yeah. So the bird damage will already be very, very good at the start, just because of the fact that we have already gotten like the empty cooldown, so we already have good cooldown reduction on the birds, and we already have like increased area on the birds and stuff like that, so yeah. So now we just want to pop the levels onto the birds immediately, just, you know, stuff like that, just, you know, all the levels where you see a bird, just go into a bird. And it's better to just focus on one of the birds first rather than focus on both of them and stuff that, you know. Right. Now there is a bit more of an issue though. Because now we're getting into the tougher stuff that aren't dying immediately here, as you can see. Which is, you know... Okay, we get a lucky clover there, so we get 10% more luck. It is of course nice, it's not super high, but you know, still. So yeah, it probably seems like we aren't going to be able to get the crown. Of course, keep in mind here, it looks like there's almost like 3 boss enemies here. You can see just how quickly we are gaining the levels here with the bird. Almost have one of the birds maxed out already, which is good, you know, of course. Because we are going to need an evolved weapon soon. And stuff like that, so that's one of the bosses. I'm going to wait though. By the way, because yeah. Okay, that's another boss down. This is good. Right, so why is it good that the candy box is showing up here? That's actually very rare. I mean, I'm pretty certain that on the only very first round you're guaranteed a candy box at some point. Because this allows us to see what weapons we actually have access to. So yeah, that means that the cat is the only thing we can take. If it shows up like this. Cat was the only thing. Right. Which is not the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with that. We're gonna have to go with the blue wings. I really actually want to reach the purple chest first. And there's a reason for this. The main problem is we're not... Oh, that was just immediate death there. But that unlocks the rough awakening. You only need to survive 10 minutes there. In an old mad forest. So yeah, so do we use the refund? Yes, we use the refund there. Okay, so that's 3 levels into that. That's gonna be 369% growth and stuff like that, and then probably go into just yeah, just go into the max health and then a little bit of recovery there instead of the area and the augment and stuff like that. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we don't have any of the characters unlocked there, so yes. So now we changed a bit here. We did change a little bit. We get access to the second stage, of course. So yeah. Yes. I'm pretty certain that if we would have reached the thing there, I would have used... If I would have gone for the purple chest earlier, I would have definitely probably taken the awakening thing there instead. But yeah. That forest mystic is nice, but I'm just gonna use the regular one here again. So now we're at the rough awakening. So yeah, we're not gonna go with the divine bloodlines. That was probably just a big mistake that we went with that. You can of course also go, for example, with you could, for example, just limit yourself to one weapon and then just go with garlic and then probably have enough from that. Affected by amount and magnet, and missing magnet rain takes damage based on amount. So yeah. That is garlic, that's pentagram, war pentagram, coast song of mana, clock lancet, laurel, and the magnet itself. But yeah. At least the weapons come with a counterpart that could actually be very good. This is also very good, by the way, because this will draw in all of this stuff here immediately and stuff like that. Which again, as I said, also the fact that it draws in the XP if you want to like travel and stuff like that. But yeah, obtaining gold coins can, you know, stop the thing. Picking up coin bags. Healing is doubled is also very powerful as well. let's start with Boogaloo Evolutions. Yes. We will of course have access to this guy immediately. There are some weapons also that we're now going to be able to pick up on this very specific stage here. So yeah, so now those weapons, by the way, you will also be able to use the roll for on this stage immediately when you first starts the stage. But yeah, but this is more like the real stage and stuff that. So Pugnal is the one that's going to be in there. Top right corner and stuff that. This has been out, you can pick up. There's the Pumarola you can pick up as well. And you will of course be able to pick up the weapons here as well for each of the characters and stuff that's yeah. But we are gonna again start with garlic a lot here. But yeah, but now we have 34% growth of course, which is decent. But are we gonna suffer the same fate again? You know, and stuff that is the question, you know. Of course the fact that we choose the Boogaloo Evolutions this time means that we're gonna have a bigger area of effect and stuff like that. And I would say that it is a bit weird, right, that they didn't make enough Arcanas that would have like an effect. And the fact that, right, that they do have the one for the area, right? They have the one for the area, which is the Boogaloo Evolutions. They have the one for the Bracer, and they have the one for the duration. But it is weird, like, why isn't there a similar thing with like the cooldown? Wasn't there a similar thing for amount? Of course, certain of those would be absolutely busted, of course. You know, stuff that, or if it was like something like Might, for example, that there was a, you know, Might that could, you know, do in the same way. I would actually really want to go and pick up the whip already at this point, though, by the way. So Candelabra is, of course, really nice, by the way, because, you know, I am pretty certain, though, that one of the things that the garlic's damage actually comes from is actually the area and stuff like that, but I'm not 100% certain, but yeah. I'm pretty certain that a magnet also maybe affects it, if I remember correctly. Because I don't remember everything that affects every weapon, because there are certain weapons that, for example, scale with luck, for example, where luck is the thing that matters the most with certain weapons and stuff like that, so yeah. But yeah. Maybe we just skip the Laurel this time around and stuff like that, you know, but maybe not, you know, because yeah. The main problem is, of course, that we didn't have enough damage there to survive that time, you know, and stuff like that, because, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we were getting in like the levels for the birds, but the main problem was at that point we probably needed to have already evolved weapons at that point to be able to stand a chance and stuff like that, you know. I'm not saying that it's, you know, that it's impossible to survive at that point, but because it isn't, you know, of course. Attack the orb is good, but we're gonna go actually with the. So I mean, we are gonna raise our area quite significantly. We did not, of course, put the points into the area itself, which of course is only like 10% that we could get in total, right, from there. Right, or 15% or whatever it is, right? So, no, there's only 2 points you can put into it. But yeah. Imagine actually if they allowed a certain other version of limit breaking, that they allowed the power-up skin to power up certain things even further, right? That you could like, instead of having to rely on like golden eggs, right? If you could like power up the things even further, and maybe it would be very expensive, so you would still need to like farm gold for it, right? But you know, but imagine like being able to buff up the area way more and stuff that from that, you know. Right, empty cooldown course is important. So yeah, so we're gonna run into the same problem this time around, maybe. You know, depending on how long we wait with getting certain of the weapons. Right, so more cooldown. Keep in mind, yes, we don't need to walk very far, by the way, to get to where the whip is. But yeah. The fact that we also managed to survive there and have like a lot of those chests there is you know, is kind of proof that we could have survived that time probably. Yeah. Because the good thing is only to focus on one weapon first, you know, and try to get it up as quickly as possible and stuff like that, because yeah. There you can see how it was growing there and stuff like that because of the Brugal Revolutions. So the area is now at 62%. But I don't remember if that fluctuation between like 20% and minus 20%, if that actually shows up, if it shows up in the stat itself, because yeah, now you can see how all of a sudden it's smaller and stuff like that, so yeah. And then it grows and then it becomes small, you know, you see there how it becomes like 20% bigger. But it does not show up in the stat there as you saw. But yeah, so do we use time it? Then do we use try and time it with the whole go and get the whip as soon as we like max out the garlic? Is that the plan, you know? And stuff like that, because yeah. And of course we would need a hollow heart, of course, to level up the thing. Main problem though is we haven't gotten any cash yet, really. It's a big problem. And right, because I'm testing right how powerful the XP actually is, you know, or if it's just better to go into something else. So there's the garlic. Now we have a bit more cash, which could make it better, because each of these will of course work as a shop as well, which will be important, of course. So yeah. I mean, it is pretty crazy. But yeah. Yeah, again, right, the main problem is that garlic Gramps is slow. Because if the level did not have the speed boost on which you move, then garlic Gramps, I believe, start with negative speed, or he doesn't start with 100% speed, which would be the default speed. Basically would be 100%. But I mean, it doesn't show up as 100%, but you get what I mean, because he would start with something like 90% movement speed instead. But yeah, so we can get the whip here. Adventure mode, anything you buy from an adventure mode is unlocked for the entire event. So you can see here the things that are locked here. So Spinach is locked, Armor is locked, there is I probably don't want any of those yet. Right, we could of course get the better whip over there and stuff like that, which we would need, of course, and stuff like that, because the whip of course just needs the hollow heart. So we need to find out the vendor that has the hollow heart. We can of course pick up the rune tracer, the magic wand, and the whip, or the stronger whip and stuff like that. The stronger whip of course does get affected, you know, stuff like that. Now this stage becomes of course way easier just because you can go and get the things and stuff like that, because yeah, the whip has some knockbacks to it, which, you know, is decent. The main problem is of course yes, that the lower takes up a weapon slot is a bit annoying and stuff like that, so yeah. But here's the thing also, the fact that when you walk somewhere, then you're just losing out on a lot of XP just because of you walking and stuff like that, and doing all that stuff, so yeah. So now we have the garlic. We will probably need to visit one of the vendors to get the Pomarola, unless we go and pick up the one on the stage and stuff like that. There's a hollow heart over there as well. No, I really want to try and get that chest though. Right. Okay. So that's another level with the whip. Right, one more projectile. Another whip. Good. Oh, this is good. Yes, nice, very, very nice. Could get scared because it seems like our DPS is not as good as last time. Yeah, definitely more cooldown there. That was a bit scary there because of our damn low HP, damn it. I know that technically just getting to the weapons here will unlock the character, except of course we won't unlock the stronger like the vampire hunter just from getting that whip. But yeah. But that whip of course is a big deal because normally unlocking this character is like really hard to do and stuff that. You know, normally you won't see this. That's the thing that's good with this adventure mode, that, you know, that thing. Normally getting this thing is hard. So let's get the better, stronger in this moment. So here you can get the whip, okay, so. Yeah. Now we have way more coverage, now I feel more safe, but we still need to go. And I know, as I've said, there is a danger to, you know, walking very far and stuff that, because of the fact that you usually miss out on a lot of XP, and then missing out on levels can mean that you're, you know, going to reach a really bad point. Now, of course, technically, you know, there are certain things that we want to see, of course. Some things that we want to pay attention to. Because keep in mind, of course, in the main game, the first character you start with is the whip guy there, Antonio Belpace, and stuff like that. And that character is of course pretty decent because you start with the whip, but you need to play very differently when you have the whip instead of having the garlic and stuff there, because yeah. Because there is definitely a certain strategy that you kind of want to do when using the garlic, to example, to deal with bat swarms like that, because the bat swarms are often very good XP. That might be dangerous. Yeah, okay, we did survive there. It is of course very good because of the fact that yes, his max HP, it is pretty important to increase it. Now the thing is of course that with this whip would be able to evolve, and the other whip evolves with the evolved whip, basically. So that will free up some space. Stuff that. We could of course also go and get the magic wand and stuff that, because the magic wand just needs the magic wand to, you know, to do the thing. We could of course also unlock Pugnala, which, you know, Pugnala is very powerful and stuff that, because yeah. And soon we are getting into that 10-minute mark, which is gonna be a bit scary because our levels are not super good. Our levels I think are worse than last time even. But we do have the double whips now and stuff that, which is, you know, good. This is a bit of an issue. Yeah, cooldown is okay. So cooldown is maxed now with 40%. Of course, we had more cooldown last time, and that was just because we had spent points into that. And keep in mind, like that you know, like spending, you know, like doing the refunding thing is very important, by the way, because I definitely want to try and get as much into the crown as possible, by the way. Yeah, some of the hitboxes in this are a bit, you know, suspect sometimes. Yeah, but I definitely touched the zombie there and stuff that I got too close, you know. I mean, I definitely want to get to where the magic wand is here, but, you know, okay, now we can see, okay, we're still killing the skeletons in a pretty great way. And base. This is still scary though, because of the fact that, yes, we do have like high max health, but we have no luck. We have no health recovery really, we only have like 0.1 health recovery, which is really bad, you know, and stuff like that, because yeah. Yeah, you might wonder, oh, why go into more max health? But max health is actually very important, because if we happen to get some let's just go for the chest. Okay. But because it looks like, okay, we have lost a lot of health now, no, but our max health is a lot higher now and stuff like that, yeah. We almost have the whip maxed out now, which is actually very, very good. Which is huge. I would definitely avoid actually getting the bird. I know that the bird is powerful and stuff like that because we have shown that many times, you know. But I don't want to have to rely on the bird. That's the thing. Sometimes it's like, okay, the bird is so good, but I know the bird is good, you know, stuff like that. But now comes the problem with the whole werewolves. Right now we have no Laura leader and stuff like that, which is also a bit of a problem. And stuff like that. How close are we to the... No, we're not anywhere close to that. Which is a problem as well. Okay, this is a bit of an issue. Movement speed. Because yes, we can still pick up the luck, we can still pick up the spinners, we can still pick up the Pomarola. And we need the Pomarola to evolve the garlic. And stuff like that, so yeah. So yes, it is still dangerous because yes, we haven't evolved a single weapon, which is, you know, bad. Although technically we should be able to, as soon as we find a chest, it should guarantee to evolve the whip. So that's why I kind of wanna... Okay, so there's the purple one. This is the one that we just need to go and get it. And hope we get the right thing here. The amount, as I've said, does affect the thing that we picked up. Or not really, right? No. Healing is double, recovering HP. That could be really good once the whip evolves. Yes, get that. This is guaranteed to be the evolved whip, yes. Can deal critical damage and absorb HP. And then we go with that. We go with the other whip. So now we're a lot more safer. Because this is actually the strat that you need to do with Antonio on the very, very first stage in the game. That you need to immediately try and get the whip as quickly as possible. Like you need to make sure that you get Hollow Heart early. But then of course you would only have this whip. You would not be able to get the Vento Sacro because it can't show up in the beginning of the game, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Which, you know, makes this a bit easier, this event more, but it's also, you know, I don't know if there is way more enemies here, you know, and stuff like that there would be normally, but yeah, but, you know. I really actually want to try and get to the shop here, by the way, because we will be able to pick up the magic wand, and the magic wand we already know can evolve. You can see here now that how that evolves into that, and then of course we will be able to and now we are at 211 health compared to the 77 we began with, but it's actually HP is actually lower than that, by the way, because we did put a point, I think, into the max health and stuff like that, of course, yeah. Now I have calculated the XP that we would get if we would have all these points into growth. That's 15% times that 25%, and then the crown that you can find is like 8% each level, right? So that's what, 45%. So I think it's something like 85% if you would get all the crown items maxed out. So that would be 85% during just the first awakening, and then during the second, then if it's true that second point is only going to be 10%, and that would mean that it would make, you know, that it would be 95% or whatever, but yeah. This is not, of course, going to be evolved garlic, because we would need to go and get the Pomarola thing. We're very close to where the magic wand is now. It's going to be important. So pick up the magic wand. Check here. Okay, duplicator. Spellbinder. Duplicator would be with the fire wand. Yeah. Rune, the book, that is with that. The spellbind, of course, is with the King Bubble, as I've said. What was duplicated with? The duplicate is with the Thunder Ring. What is with the Rune Tracer? Is it the magnet that is with the Rune Tracer? Because... no. But again, keep in mind that we're still not safe yet, just because of the fact that sure, we might be killing stuff, but if we're not killing enough stuff, you know, we're not going to be getting levels, and then we're going to have a hard time, because you kind of need to be a pretty high level when certain waves are coming, otherwise you're not going to stand a chance. We're going towards the knife next though, because I'm pretty certain that we're going to be able to pick up the bracer here as well. But I would really like to create a hole here. That's a hole. Right, that's a hole. See, the whip is actually a very good complementary thing here and stuff like that, just because, you know. Okay, so we're very close to him now. Let's go and get the dagger. Or the knife, rather. First quickly in the direction, and then we can get bracer for the... right. And that's all the slots. And the bracer is gonna be able to avoid that, but we can still get the Pomerola because the Pomerola is still on the stage. So that, but that also means that our... right. Now the main problem is, of course, is that we're spreading out a bunch of things now, which, you know, might not be the best thing in the world here. We still have a weapon slot though. And stuff that's here, so that's, you know, important. But we just go immediately down and try and get the Pomerola probably. I would love to just go and get Pugnala now and stuff like that, because yeah, but you know. Okay, so the merchant is going to be somewhere here. Yeah, it is probably also worth, before we go and get the Pomerola, it's probably worth to get the... I mean, I would love... The Laurel might actually be a good idea to actually pick up, by the way, the Laurel. What do you have, by the way? We could get King Bible, right? But, oh man, we could get Clock Lancet. But if we get any of these, that will just prevent us from getting the Laurel, which would be bad, by the way. Right. But we will also be freeing up a slot when the other whip evolves, which we'll do in one level, basically. I'm just gonna stop now, by the way. Not like the recording or anything, by the way. I mean, just, you know. It's interesting that that merchant is not a character yet, though. Because I'm pretty certain that that merchant got specifically designed for the adventure. I don't remember seeing him before adventures, that guy, specifically. So maybe a possible new character, maybe. You know, maybe he's the guy that's in the Alchemist, in like the Castlevania series. You know, because usually, you know, with the whole Dracula stuff, there's always like a Alchemist or something like that. Because yeah, always often I'm like a merchant also. You know, because yeah. We would need one more level though. We went to Sacro. But I am trying to kill this guy, by the way, because, you know, because that will probably be a treasure chest, I'm pretty certain. And I would want to get, of course, the level with the whip, because I'm pretty certain that will free up another slot. And of course, the best thing could be if we could get both the clock lancet and the laurel and stuff that. So yeah, so that's gonna be. I really want to get the level now, by the way. I would really love to get the level. Please. The level. Damn it. Damn. This is a really bad situation because of the cat. Right, and of course I have shown that one of the birds on its own does work, but you know. But it's a giant cat. Remember? The cats are gigantic because of our area level, because of the because of the leveling up as well and stuff like that. So we have gigantic cats. Okay, one chest. I mean, we could try and hope otherwise that we're gonna get, we could just hope that we could have gotten like the level for the thing, by the way. So yeah, so anyway, we're gonna go and get the rune tracer here now. And I'm curious to see what that shop would have been. The shop here, by the way. And keep in mind, getting these weapons will be enough to just get the characters, by the way. In this adventure, so yeah. But yeah, keep in mind, of course, that we did not get to pick up the Holy Awakening, so we don't have any revives yet, which, is important, right? Because, okay, there's the rune tracer. So you can see, we would have, there is where we would have gotten the crown. There's where the crown would have been available, the skull manic, the clover, and the soul mask. Which is the bonuses, technically. So maybe it's this character that are making us. This will look wonderful on you, darling. Yes. Meow. The cats are even bigger than Poe's. Oh man, that was pretty funny. Right, movement speed. Okay, chest. Oh, went to Sacro, nice, because that means that we're going to be able to evolve. Of course, we won't free up our weapon slot now because of that. Oh, I mean, we will free up our weapon slot, but you understand, you get what I mean. The projectile speed is also very interesting, by the way, because of how it affects certain weapons, I'm pretty certain that the cats get faster with the projectile speed. Price one more projectile. So. Now, we need to actually get down to where the. We need to get down to where the thing is. By the way, we need to get down to where the Pomarola is. Right. We have no laurel, so picking up Metal Gear left and Metal Gear right is kind of worthless. Except because some other things are beneficial to us in other ways. Oh, this is a lot of levels actually. There was a lot of levels. That's actually very good that was a lot of levels. Because keep in mind that the silver ring is the one that is good. And I'm pretty certain the one that's on the left side is the one that is good. Not the right one, because one of the ones, of course, increases your luck max or the health regen. So that, but we definitely want to go and get the Pomarola at this point. We can of course also go and get the clovers and get the the spinach as well. So yeah. This is not a guarantee, of course, now that we're going to be able to survive because of this, that we still have been unlucky with like a tractor orbs and stuff that, which is, a bit scary, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, so our area is at 97% now. So that's pretty decent. We could hope, of course, for awakening, though we are very, very late now into things here. You can see we will be able to get one more movement speed, by the way, and then there we will have 50% movement speed with that, which you know is very, very good. So yeah. Ooh, the gold clover, that's gonna be worth getting because, you know, more money is gonna be very, very good. Even though we were very close to the Pomarola there. How far up is it? There it is. I don't think we're gonna get that many kills though here. Yeah, this is gonna be a very, very bad bonus. I should have thought about that. That we're not really killing stuff. That was a worthless waste there, pretty much. So that's the main problem, is when you get into a situation where you don't really kill stuff. But then of course, if you kill the correct thing, if you kill a boss, for example, the XP that the boss will give will always be worth it, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's worth, you know, trying to kill the boss here, for example. Because I'm pretty certain that we're guaranteed now to level up the whip at least. We are guaranteed for the whip too, you know. You might say go and pick up the Pomarola first, but then there is a chance that we instead just there we go. The Woof follow Union of Entosecond Bloody Tear critical hits might generate explosions. So yeah. So you can see how that freed up a slot as well. So yeah. Now we did get across the candy box last time. We haven't seen the candy box here, of course, but yeah. So this is very good. And of course this thing benefits a lot from area, by the way, because you know, because this is a union of both of the whips, so so basically the base version of that whip and then the other version of it. Oh, we did miss it. I must have gone past it there and I didn't pay attention. Right up here. Okay. Wait, am I blind? Right, it's over in here, okay. This could be dangerous actually to do, so I'm gonna wait a bit, I'm gonna take it slow. There we go. Make it so. Go and get the clovers maybe? There is a chest. There is a chest which is 100% yes, the Soul Eater Evolved Garlic. Look at this area! Bracer. The main problem is, of course, when things aren't dying immediately, then that will make it so it will take a long time for us to reach the thing that we need to reach. Is that upgraded wand already? I didn't know that we had gotten that many levels already with the wand. But maybe we don't need to get all the levels in the wand for it to transform there. I mean, maybe I wasn't just paying attention there, you know, because yeah. And of course, the more stuff we evolve, the better, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, you know. I know that Clover would have gone with the cross, of course. Okay, now we're gonna need to think, okay, that would be insane to get the Mad Grove actually. The bounce doesn't really matter. This thing is good, of course, because it would affect the garlic with the amount. Because, right, you might wonder, okay, what does the amount mean in terms of garlic? Then that means that the garlic is ticking more often, basically. It kind of works like the cooldown reduction. Because you might say, but oh, what would that mean? That would mean that you would basically, it's like you having 2 garlics. So it would tick more often or something like that, but yeah. But we're actually gonna go with this. So we can pick up all the stuff immediately. And then there's gonna be a shit ton of levels first. Because this is gonna basically, they're gonna draw in all the stuff that we missed pretty much. We're gonna be able to get all the stuff now. So get that. Don't get the curse thing yet. Get the silver one. That is gonna, however, spawn that, which is gonna be a bit crazy. But of course, at this point, we should be strong enough to technically pick up all of these. But I forgot, is it the left one that you need to get? I think that was the Metallico left, yeah. We're gonna have to see, of course. The main problem is now is that we're gonna need a bunch of levels. We're gonna need a lot of levels here. No, that was the wrong one. That was the Metallico right that we picked up, which is the curse one. So we need this one. But you might say, oh, but the curse thing is good now. It might actually be. You know, you're right. It could definitely be good to have the cursing now, because maybe, you know, we need more things to spawn. But because, you know, let's get that as well. Let's get this. Unlimited power. Get the knife. Of course, the quicker we can level up stuff here, the more important now that's gonna be, you know. Right. What's our XP? Growth is only 34%, but still, you know. The fact that we didn't pick up a crown and we still got 34%. Of course, 100% would mean double XP. But keep in mind that double XP, by the way, is a big deal. That is what 100% would translate into. That would be like double XP. Right. But double XP, for example, is big. Because that means that the double XP also affects like the red gem. So that, let's say our red gem, of course, is when the gems absorb enough XP, they turn into a red gem, and then that red gem can be different levels of power, right, granting you a certain amount of levels. But then, of course, if something grants you a certain amount of levels, of course, you know, if you're granted a certain amount of levels. Okay, that's another chest. Right, that's the last level of that, so that's 50% movement speed. Yes. Oh, of course, on this stage it might have been insane, by the way, to pick up the thing at the very, very start, by the way. The thing that would have absorbed in, like the XP and stuff that. You know. I would like to have one more stuff, though, by the way, keep that in mind. Okay, get that. Now, of course, we could still maybe get the candy box to happen. And if we get the candy box, by the way, the laurel is not the best thing, because... Or maybe it is right, because it's the laurel, right, that gives you the... Isn't it the laurel that gives you the cape? That gives you the cape that only makes you able to take a certain amount of damage. Because I'm pretty certain that it's the clock lance that halves the... It's the clock lance that does the, like, the halving of the enemy, like health or whatever, right? Because, yeah. Okay, this is pretty insane. We only have 2 more minutes now. This is a bit bad. Get a clover. Because I want to get lucky. I know that this is not the best idea to do this, basically, and stuff like that. It's not the best of ideas, but I get a clover. that gives us 50% luck now. With that. Get spinach. More damage. Because there's no way we survive death because we have no laurel shield or nothing basically. Right, but I would want to see more chests by the way because, you know. And what am I thinking? We could have gone towards that. We could have gone and just got them. I think it's way too far now to go and get the thing. No. We probably could have gone over and try and get... I'm pretty certain we could have done that, right? We could have gone and gotten like Pugnal and stuff like that. The fact that Reddy is powerful and stuff like that, so yeah. But it is weird, like I thought that we were gonna see more chests at this point or whatever, right? That some of the boss enemies. Because here's the thing, right? We should be able to level up the knife, or at least the knife. The knife we should be able to evolve. We should maybe be able to evolve the rune tracer with what we have. I forgot exactly what was with the rune tracer. Maybe it was a tractor with the rune tracer. Because Spellbinder is with the King Book. And stuff like that. Right, because Magnet is not there on anything else. So, you know. Okay, so it's going to be very crucial soon. There you can see all of these are going to give us curse. Yeah. But I'm avoiding that as much as possible, of course. And very soon Mr. Death is going to appear. Chest? Chest? Chest. No! Damn it. The thing screwed us. The thing screwed us there from drawing it in. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to survive there anyway, so yes. So that's on our risky woods. That's a lot of unlocks. Find a whip, so yeah, so... No, but you see, you unlock everything now here, so... Let's just get that, let's get that. All of these are cheap to get. That one is expensive to get, that one is kinda expensive to get. Because I would of course, so that gains 10% more damage every 10 levels, maximum 50%, so he kind of starts with a spinach, like with a hidden spinach by the way, because he can still pick up spinach. This one kind of gets like a crown effect. And this one gets projectile, gets 10% faster. Permanent 1+ projectile, all weapons. But this is pretty insane if you want to go projectile build. Open a coffin in risky boots. Gain 5% might, projectile speed, duration and area every level. So it gets the effect of all of the battle passes pretty much. Except like a weaker version. But it does not get the XP thing. It does not get the immutable pass effect. Right, because it's 0.5% might, projectile speed, duration and area every level. So yeah. But it's not that much, which means that you need to gain a lot of levels for that to be good. But we found power-ups. Growth. Hell yeah. We could go for the revival also. Technically. Otherwise... max health. Armor. Area. Cool down. Health regen. Yeah, let's get some magnet here. There we go. That's very nice. Let's go with Poe again. Let's go with actually the upgraded Poe. The Poe that looks nicer. We're gonna go with Poe again because it's kind of Poe's adventure, so why not? So now we have access to Risky Woods. Oh, Solar leads Poe deep into the blah blah blah. Because if you try to do it as accurate as possible, right? They say here like, oh, Poe, Webmaster awakens Poe, so you're meant to use Poe in that stage, or leads Poe. So you can kind of tell which character it's meant for, you know. But yeah, we're gonna be using the Forest Night Fever. Or we could go with Mom So Tough. Which of course her team, basically. Siasunta Belpasse, I think it was the name. Okay, so all of these movement speed 25%. I forgot if the Risky Woods is the one that has the annoying path on it. Because there is one stage that has a very annoying path system to it. Do we go with increased hurry or hyper or anything? I don't think so. Let's just go. Hopefully I did pick the correct stage. I mean, we'll see that very quickly. Boogaloo of Illusions. Yes, this is the one with the annoying path. So by the way, here you can go up and you can get Song of Mana, Peach Cone, Ebony Wings, Laurel. Here you can get the Gatti, you can get the Lightning Ring, 5-1 Pentagram, and here you can get of course the Piera del Tupello, 8 the Sparrow, and Axe and Jalapeno. But yeah, but you need to go down to get some other things that we want to pick up. But yeah, so we get 40% growth with this. That is just from having the crown down there basically and stuff that, so yeah. The question is though that... Yeah, well, let's get the Laurel this time. So I mean, none of them allows us to unlock the crown though. So Song of Mana is locked. Lightning Ring is locked and 5-1 is locked, so those won't be able to show up. The Axe is locked as well, so yeah. Normally I wouldn't want to go already, by the way. But this stage is annoying, by the way. This stage has a very annoying path to it. Kinda stuff that. I forgot exactly what was down there. Yeah, but you need to take a certain specific way, but yeah. But this stage can get very, very annoying with how the placement of certain things in this stage. Okay, finally we're getting more enemies really. Let's get the Magic Wand, because we didn't... I mean, we did evolve the Magic Wand last time, but yeah. But of course on this stage we won't be able to pick up the, like the golden ring, whatever. Get that, because I kinda know what we need for each of the ones, of course, to evolve. Your area is pretty bad, even though we picked up the thing. The thing for the area. I mean, I still want to see the Candelabra door, because the Candelabra door is going to be important. Yeah, garlic is nice. Yeah, the music is so good, by the way. But I don't know how loud I'm going to be, you know, and stuff that, you know, like if you're going to have a hard time hearing the voice. But it's better to have the voice low than having like the in-game music low and stuff that. And again, as I said, it's weird, like in certain games it definitely seems like the volume that I have on the PC actually does affect the volume, but sometimes it seems that the only thing that affects this is the other thing. So yeah. So there we go, get the Pomarola, so we can get the upgraded garlic as quickly as possible and stuff like that, because you know that's going to be important. I get more garlic there. These things can actually protect you here from too many enemies here. Which is kind of like a bit smart, you know, that you can abuse this. Because they can get stuck. But again, now I'm kind of spreading out my damage, which is a bit weird. Stuff that. And we're not going to stick here too long, by the way. Because, you know, we will need to move. Because, you know, because it is a bit far down to go, but we kind of need to get money, by the way, before we go back to the shops, by the way. And we don't want to max out all of our weapons, by the way, because, you know, I would definitely say that getting the lightning wing could be good as well, but yeah. Of course, we're getting some skeletons now. This is not, of course, the skeleton wave, so yeah. Because the interesting thing is, of course, that eventually once you have enough, right, like once you have enough like Ascension points, right, you could have it so that you have like so much XP so that you could probably like go into hurry mode, right? And normally, as I said, the problem with hurry mode is, of course, if you're not able to keep up with your levels, then the waves are just going to be able to completely own you and stuff like that. I'm not 100% certain what the Rune Tracer was with, of course, and stuff that's, yeah. But I know we're gonna need Rune Tracer, we're gonna need a Bracer, the Empty Tomb. Is what we're gonna need. I might say that Laurel was a waste to pick up and stuff that, you know, and we will see, you know. Because you might say that, oh, you only want to pick up Laurel on stages that has the what do you call it, the 2 rings and the Metalligo left and Metalligo right. Come the Labrador. Okay, so there's a green mask down there. But it's gonna be interesting. Because of course on this stage we can get a superior character to Poe, because the King Babel, starting with the King Babel, is so much better than the Garlic and stuff that as a shield weapon. But of course the King Babel has a certain duration to it, how long it lasts. Which of course why it goes with Spellbinder and stuff that kind of makes sense, right? Because yeah. And I don't know, maybe it's the Pomerol actually that maybe the Garlic effect does get stronger the more health regen you have and stuff that, because you know. Because if that is a thing, then you would always want to try and get that Metalligo thing. So there's the Bracer. Of course, I forgot there, did they sell the cross there? I don't think that any of them sold the cross. Because keep in mind that if we would refund enough of the cash, by the way, that we could have gone to the... We could have used some of the cash, of course, to spend on this stage and then get some of the weapons and stuff that, because we know that the Fire Wand, for example, evolves with spinach, is something that we know and stuff that. So yeah. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't too dangerous there. Hopefully we didn't take too much damage. Oh, Empty Tomb, nice. So, I mean, we have some of the evolved stuff already, which is good. Again, I don't remember 100% certain what the thing was. I'm pretty certain that it is a tractor orb for the thing. We're very close to where we need to go now. However, I forgot, was there something else there? Because it kind of looks like there's something else there. And worst case scenario, it is a magic wand and stuff that, and then we basically kind of wasted a slot picking up that magic wand. Of course, there's a cross. Okay, that's one cross. I forgot how long is the money trail there. Can we just go and get the cross and then just wipe the things? Okay, that kind of works. Okay. Yeah, Don Mario. Thank you, powerup, but the vampire is in another coffin. Another coffin. Don Mario. Hell yeah. I mean, I would like to pick up the greed, but I would like to get all of the passives that I want first. Yeah, let's get the spinach. You know, because spinach is good. I know that the greed will affect the cats, so maybe we'll get the cats. Meow meow meow. I'm pretty certain that greed was for the cats. It was for the cats. Because there's nothing else, by the way, on this stage, even like no matter how far you go down and stuff like that, so yeah. Wow, really? I did not expect that to happen there at all. Do we try and do the thing though? Yes. Yes. Do we do the thing? Do we do the thing? Yes. Yes. We do. Okay, so we already have the rotten orchid thing there. So we could theoretically just go into that stage immediately because, you know, I forgot exactly what it is that you need to clear to get the thing right, because you need all of these things right, you need all of the achievements. Defeat a Eva 3 in Rotten Orchid, reach a 15 Garlic Paradise, find a coffin in Rough Awakening, reach level 80. Like, you need to do all of these. These are basically the things that decide when the adventure is done or not. But yeah, right, so Garlic Paradise is not yet until the next stage. No, but I want to try and survive the risky woods. Do we? Yes, we slap on all of these. Let's go with the party music for the risky woods. Okay, and then you wanna immediately go and get the one gives 3+ rerolls, skip and banish. Gives 20% might and 8% cooldown for each active weapon slot left empty. But I mean, right, so we are not gonna be able to see any weapons at all. And we're gonna be able to hopefully get some passives here. I hope they did set some passives, because otherwise we could have spent that money on getting some other things. Right, so all of these are weapons. So none of these are passives. So the things that will matter the most now will be the passives and stuff like that. So Attractor Orb is gonna be good. Right. Now we aren't gonna have Boogaloo Evolutions, of course, but we're gonna have a lot of might. For all the slots we leave empty, so we have 100% might, so that means that we're doing double damage at this point, by the way. And there's no really point to go down there yet, by the way. So yeah, garlic spinach is definitely something we want. Now we're also gonna need to pop points into garlic very, very quickly, by the way. Powerup, of course, so we can level up the garlic eventually and stuff like that, because yeah, there are going to be some very, very different or some very specific things we're going to want to get in order to make this build work properly. Garlic now. We don't need a max health yet. I don't think. But I keep again that this will make it so that the stage will only be 15 minutes and stuff like that, so yeah. Yeah. Empty Tom is also gonna be big, by the way. Spinach. But there you can see how scary things are getting already and stuff like that. Empty cooldown, so we can tick more faster. But of course the Boogaloo Illusions is gonna be great, by the way, if we get another purple chest. Or if we get a purple chest. Get that. I get a Pomerola. I know pretty much which passives it is that we want to get. We will need a Candelabra though, by the way. Though. No matter what. And I would say the Hollow Heart would be good if we were going to go with the Divine Bloodlines. And the cooldown, that's good. So it ticks more often. Of course, as I said, I've talked about how dangerous it is to go with Hurry mode and stuff like that, but we have 40% growth and stuff like that. The wings are not a bad idea, by the way. But yeah. Attractor Orb is gonna be good. It's just because if our area gets big enough, we might not be able to absorb in the things that we need to. But yeah, I would say Awakening would be the second best thing to get, by the way. You might be wondering why would Awakening be good, because of the way the Awakening works. Like each time you res, you would gain a certain % more might each time you resurrect. And that will of course stack with certain things, and you see the might is 120 now. But keep in mind, right, that we're going to be able to, when we max out the spinach there, we're going to be able to do triple the amount of damage we normally do with the garlic and stuff like that. And yeah, and also, the more damage you do, I believe, the more HP you get back when the garlic evolves and stuff like that. And it is going to be quicker to evolve the garlic, of course, because of certain things. Boogaloo of Illusions is also going to be very important, by the way. Keep that in mind as well. But the beginning could also be strong because of the fact that, you know, yeah, we're going with one weapon to show off the strength of the garlic. Let's go with garlic here. Level 6 garlic. I've already talked about the area that we could go to, by the way, that I showed before, where you can get like the enemies stuck and stuff. That could be a good strat as well. You need to remember that there are some lights here around the place in case you need help. Because we still only have 93 max health, meaning that we could die extremely quickly if we're not careful. Just that, yeah. That's huge, by the way. Is that level 8 garlic? No, level 7 garlic. Get Empty Tomb. Let's wait with that chest, by the way, in case we get a level here. Now we could of course get into a situation where the stuff that we can pick up is bad. So we're almost at the maximum might that we can get, by the way. This will of course be very reliant as well on limit breaking, by the way, so there's the Candelabra door. Which, by the way, is the really super important thing, just because, you know, we need our area to be big. I would say the max health is also a good idea, by the way. Depending on but that depends on entirely what purple we will get a chance to get. Because, see, right, if we get the one Bloodlines, then having more max health is going to be more important. But keep in mind also that you never get to pick like a Metallic left or right normally, like if it isn't like a pickup on the stage. Whatever, but yeah. Okay, you can see already now how we have trouble like hitting stuff. Yeah, we need one more level of garlic is what we need. So definitely if we see a garlic, I would definitely pick up a garlic. That might be good enough too. Yes, here we go. So I'm pretty certain that we need to wait to 10, but I'm actually going to wait to 11 minutes here, just to make sure. Because I'm pretty certain that that's going to evolve the chest, hopefully. Otherwise we might have to pick up the chest from the mantis thing. A little bit of this. There we go, wait for that thing to yeah, get the tractor orb. Yeah, we're still killing the skeletons, that's good. Because keep in mind that technically now when 11 minutes has gone, 11 minutes have not really gone at all, right? But yeah, as I said, like the levels happen faster and stuff like that. Alright, let's get the health regen here. But actually, let's go get the chest now. Attack the orb. Oh, that was a bit scary there. I was gonna go for the chest there, but I think... you get the base. So we can clear out more easily here. Cool down. Nah. We're gonna need to kill the mantis to get that thing. Or this could be. Nah, still not. I'm pretty certain that we should be able to evolve the garlic without having to get the final point into that. Okay, overall duration continuously changes. Duration I don't think affects that, so we could get Boogaloo Evolutions. We could get the awake though. Oh man. Boogaloo Evolutions, we already know how insane that is. But let's get awake. Consuming Aurora gives 10% max health, 1 plus armor, 5% might, area, duration and speed. Let's get that. But then it's gonna feel like, okay, the reason why it leveled up was that because we got the final level there of the Pomarola and stuff like that. Max health. The thing is, we're gonna very soon be able to start limit breaking because, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna start limit breaking, I'm pretty certain. Random always. The power of garlic. Yeah, limit breaking or limit breaking the like of all the garlic, the soul ether. I mean, sure, it's not that much gold, but it's still, you know. Now the thing is there anything worth picking up if we would get off of the candy box? Because keep in mind the candy box are only going to be weapons and stuff like that, and there might be certain weapons that would be worth picking up. Of course, yes, will we lose some might? Will we do definitely? Because I think each is like, what is it, 20%? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapon slots. So it's not gonna be. Yeah. Now, of course, normally you wouldn't want to take the levels to be random here and stuff like that, but yeah. But the area is, of course, very important, by the way, so yeah. Of course, if we happen to get another purple chest, by the way, let's hope we will do. They could, of course, also go and get the greed, by the way. But it's not a priority yet. Oh, this is a legendary one, so this is gonna guarantee us a candy box. Okay, so as I said, Okay, so are any of these good? Right, the only thing I can think of is that we get the Amari, and then we evolve it, and we go down and get the greed, because I'm pretty certain the greed is with the cat. Because I'm pretty certain that it's not the crown with the cat. Right. And as you saw there, our might went from 150% and down to 130. So it's a 20% decrease because now we have 2 weapons instead. Which, it is what it is. Can we go down and get it though? Is the question. Right. We do have increased max health now because of having the thing. By the way, so yeah. So we will of course need to go down and hurry, by the way, to try and get to the thing. The main problem is we're gonna need way more than level 46, by the way, so So this could be dangerous to do, by the way, if you're not careful. Now Boogaloo Illusions again could be good, but it also depends on what shows up, and stuff there. So we only have 11 levels into that limit break thing. So getting the cats was very, very dangerous idea, by the way, and stuff there, because we're losing the 150% damage bonus and stuff that. But the cats of course do get powerful when it levels up to the Vicious Hunger. Of course the Vicious Hunger can lag the game a lot, but that's only if you get an insane amount of level and you're using, for example, if you're limit breaking with Sammy the caterpillar. Boom. Okay, that's good. And there's a chest up there. Get cats, meow meow meow. Get cats, go dizzy, meow 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 meow. Oj. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, so many enemies. But I got a lot of cats. And that's the thing that's insanely powerful, by the way, when the cats do the fighting. That's the thing that really does a lot of damage with the cats. That's actually what makes the cats good. The more they fight, and I believe it's dependent on luck. Or dependent on greed. There we go, there's the Vicious Hunger. Vicious Hunger won't get them, or might turn anything into gold. But yeah. But that was scary. It was scary because the big thing got pushed into us. Pushed into us. Okay. Beginning. Again, I've said how bad that beginning can be. Duration, not really. Oh, healing is double. That could definitely save us. Because the healing is double is insane with the thing. But one amount, that will mean that it will be like having 2 stacks of that. The character's main weapon and its evolution gain 3+ amount instead. Now the self-healing. Get the self-healing. Because the self-healing is really important at this point. Okay, so there's 2 more levels that we need to get basically, and those 2 more levels that we can get will be guaranteed to be greed, by the way. Now keep in mind, of course, technically there isn't a limit to how many candy boxes you can pick up. I'm pretty certain that you can pick up multiple candy boxes, but the only way to do so is to run the endless mode, because then when a wave is reset, generally the shopkeeper spawns again. For example, if we're running endless on our stage and stuff like that. This guy is taking a long time to die though, and we have no curse. Okay, so this is... okay, that's just that. Right, okay, so... Yeah, 50% extra greed, of course. So, I mean, we are getting a lot of cash from this. You can see that we can definitely limit break garlic and even have our second weapon. And don't ask me how the cats are turning into eyeballs. That's you know, very, very weird, you know. I mean, the cat is probably like a familiar, right? But I don't know that the witch have like a spell that turns their cats into eyeballs. That seems like really weird. Unless, I mean, it's a spell that maybe, oh, you combine, you know. Maybe the stone mask is like a thing that the witch wears a stone mask and then the cats are like meow 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 and then they get you gold. The cats are like meow meow meow. Haha, now I can play with one hand. Because it's so easy to survive. Ooh, a tractor over, that could be interesting. Depending on how much XP we left behind. That's gonna be curious. Okay, not that much. But we're only level 58 at this point, by the way. Ooh, nice. 1409, 315. So you can tell them what quality of chest it is. I think it's gonna be over 2000 if it's a legendary one. And stuff that's yeah. But it is weird, right, that in these adventures you cannot see what characters have cleared what stages. Because that's a fun thing, you know, sometimes to be like, oh, complete all the stages with all the characters. But then of course it doesn't remember the things that you have cleared with certain characters, you know, and stuff like that, because yeah, you know, like when you're playing the regular game and stuff like that. Because before you unlock that thing, that is because that thing wasn't a part of the vanilla game immediately, the thing that allowed you to see what characters had completed what stages and stuff like that, so yeah. And when it got introduced, it didn't like you had to complete those stages again, you know, and stuff like that with said character, because yeah. Okay, so now the question is, could you block death there? Or do they make it so that death will just go through the stuff? Is the question. No, I don't think we're going to be able to out-survive death or whatever, right? Because, yeah. Chest. Nice. Okay. We haven't gotten that many limit break levels, which is a bit sad, of course, stuff that, but yeah. The cats are, of course, very, very good for getting us like cash and stuff that, so here comes death. But we have revives. We do have some revives. It seems like you get a little bit of invisibility also. I'm not thinking that we're gonna kill death or anything, but you know. Okay, that was the last revive, right? Yeah, that's the last revive. There we go. So we did 3 million damage with the Soul Eater with the like upgrade garlic. We did 159,000 still with garlic in damage, basically, which is more than the cats did. But the cats we had for a way shorter time and stuff like that. But because yeah, so that was pretty decent, I think. That was pretty decent. So yeah, so we can power up something, of course. We haven't defanged yet, though, by the way, so yeah, so keep that in mind. Let's get a bunch of might, get a bunch of recovery, get magnet, get move, speed, get some greed, why not? There we go. Let's do the next stage. Let's do the next stage. Do we still go with Poe? Yes, let's still go with Poe. Let's do the Rotten Orchard. And let's do the... Needs more fighting. Do we go with speed? Nah. We don't go with the hurry mode because the clock is already... But we might go with the hyper mode. Let's go with hyper mode on the Rotten Orchard. I forgot we need to change max weapons here. Let's change it back to 6 here again. On Poe, and let's go with the old school Poe again. Rotten Orchard. But because, you know... So is that on by default? It seems like it is on by default, the XP bonus there. Because this is a shorter map, so you gain 100% there. So yeah. So we're not going with the hurry mode. Okay, do we go awake immediately? Yes. Alright. This is this stage. That has a ton of spinach. A ton of celestial dusting as well. Let's just get those immediately. Celestial dusting is not the best thing in the world, but you know. Because this is a special stage, you actually want to pick up all of this stuff immediately here, just because, you know. Of course, the Lauren does not get maxed out by that, so yeah, so that's important to remember also as well. Base area, yeah, let's get more garlic levels. Yeah, this stage is weird, by the way. And keep in mind that there are some things that are out of bounds here. For example, that thing, of course, as you know, is the upgraded version of both of the whips. And you might be wondering, like, oh, how do you get that? Because I'm pretty certain that you either have to have like you have to be limit breaking, or that you have to have like... Because if you get enough movement speed on certain stages, you can actually go out of bounds with the movement speed thing. Let's get that tractor roll, by the way. Just because, you know. Right, get the tractor orb again. Just in case things go out of bounds and stuff there, because yeah. This stage is actually pretty interesting because, you know, you're limited in like the movement room that you have here. So Pumarola. But yeah. So we have of course 75% might, and that's just because, you know, we maxed out the might from the default thing or whatever, because yeah. So. But it's gonna be curious about how fast you could technically get through the adventure. Like, this is not like a speed run of this or anything, right? Because, you know, normally when you're speedrunning you need to know exactly like, okay, like what characters do you want to use. And sometimes you can use, you know, you can use exit a stage once you complete the objective, right? Like the first stage, there is no reason to play it to the maximum because that stage does not unlock anything but getting to the maximum. And let's go with empty tome there. You know, because, you know, more damage with the garlic. But I showed you there that the garlic actually, when you limit breaking with it, it's actually very, very good. Let's try and kill the trees. Burn the trees. because the trees gives you a lot of XP, or some XP at least. This stage is pretty funny because you have like limited time. So you have a limited time to level up stuff, so you have to be really careful about what you pick a bit. But yeah. But there's a reason why they give you the lower loss. Imagine this stage also with the whole maxed out waves and stuff that, you know, like how much that would do, you know, and stuff that goes, yeah. You might wonder like, okay, like why would you wanna, you know, why do you wanna ascend the adventure mode? Because the money you earn in adventure mode is used for the adventure mode, except for the final reward. When you beat the adventure, you of course get some cash over into the main game as well. When you beat the adventure completely. And stuff like that. Which is of course good that gives you some money and stuff like that, because yeah. Which is very good of course. Did we have it? Okay, yeah, we do have the maximum there, so yeah. But this stage is actually pretty interesting with the enemies that you get here, because, you know, because I've said before that, of course, that the Candelabra, that's nice. Now, this might be a Boogaloo Evolution scenario as well, you know, and stuff like that, because we did go with the Wake, of course, because, you know, because we will get some things from that. Of course, we are really limited to, you know, like, it is interesting, as I've said, you know, not playing with any like rerolls and stuff that, or any banishes, whatever, right? Because it makes things very interesting, because you have to basically go with what you have, and then you have to be smart when you try investing in certain things, right? Because sometimes you might take the risk of, oh, if I don't grab this now, then, you know, sometimes it can be a chance that I don't get another option, right? Because certain things are more rare, I would say, to show up as weapons and stuff that, like certain things are more rare to show up. So that because yeah. But we are definitely focusing on the garlic, because the garlic is strong enough for the majority of this stage, if I remember correctly. Because we're of course dealing with plants on this stage. And there's some magic wand, nice. Because the magic wand of course works with the tome and stuff there, so yeah. So there are certain things we can evolve with the stuff we have, of course. But we won't be able to get all of the things, because now we already have all the things we can there. And like the axe we cannot get, of course, because we haven't unlocked the axe yet. But yeah. Which is a bit bad. Of course, also getting the things that would allow us to get the upgraded whip there would be a good idea as well, you know. But that would be the only thing that it would be able to suck in if we get the... I forgot what it was called even, and stuff there, because, yeah. Now keep in mind also is that you could technically get the whips, and then you could get 2 versions of that weapon, by the way, even if you already have it and stuff that, you know. Which is interesting. Now there is something that I've been wanting to talk about a bit for a while, because I don't remember if we did videos on it when I talked about like the secret weapons. There are like certain characters, there's not that many of them, that start with what is called like a secret weapon. And a secret weapon does not take up a weapon slot. It's just like a weapon that they start with, but they don't actually take up a slot. Like this, one of the only characters, the one that you can unlock on the big bridge, or whatever they call it, you know. I forgot what the bridge level was called. But that character, the hidden lightning ring that it starts with, the hidden ring can also evolve and stuff that. But then you can also get a lightning ring on that character. And due to how that character works, that character has a pretty decent like max health that they start with. So with that character, you want to go with a Divine Bloodlines build, or you start with Divine Bloodlines, or you start with the Tragic Princess, because both of like Tragic Princess also affects your cooldown and stuff like that. And then the fact that you start with the Healing Lightning Ring, so basically you do retaliatory damage with Divine Bloodlines with the Lightning Ring. You do like you reflect damage back, basically, pretty much. And I don't want to get the knife because we don't have a bracer, so we cannot level up the knife and stuff like that. You might say, oh, but there aren't any other weapons you can, do, because we're not able to pick up the axe, of course. Because just get some attractor orb. But we will definitely need to kill these trees, by the way. But yeah, when it comes to secret weapons, I forgot how many characters had like secret weapons and stuff there. Because they definitely seem that they understand how powerful like secret weapons are, and that they don't want to do secret weapons too often. Because yeah. Now, of course, if we could get the upgraded whip, by the way, that would be great. Because we have no way of picking up the Hollow Heart normally, so we wouldn't be able to upgrade it with the other whip anyway. So yeah. Rune Tracer maybe. Because again, as I said, the Rune Tracer might be with a Tractor Orb. I don't remember. Because it's not with Spellbind, as I've said before. And I'm pretty certain that Rune Tracer is not with Crown. And we know that the cat is with Greed. There were no cat is with Greed. Yeah. Cat is with Greed. So I'm pretty certain it has to be with a Tractor Orb. Because we know already that Spinach is with the Fire Wand. Spinach is with Fire Wand, Clover is with the Cross. But isn't Santa Water with a Tractor Orb? I think it might be. But sometimes there are, of course, certain things that have the same thing. No, it's actually armor that is with Rune Tracer. That's the thing that goes with Rune Tracer, it's the armor. Which we haven't unlocked even. Because we will need to go to that specific shop to unlock it. Defeated enemies might drop parts. I mean, this is pretty decent. Candelabra door. Yeah, one of the things is to defeat a specific tree, but I believe I've already defeated said tree, unless it's the tree that shows up when you're getting closer to the end. I definitely hope that we can get some purple chests on this stage though. Or that we can just get some regular treasure chests as well. Because it's weird, we haven't seen any treasure chests yet and stuff that on the stage. And maybe that's the whole thing, that we cannot get treasure chests on this stage. It would be bad if that is the case. Okay, things are getting pretty quickly now. 5 more practicals. I mean, there's only one stage after this, and that's the Garlic Madness stage, I'm pretty certain. So yeah. More with Magic Wand. candelabra door. That's another candelabra door, yeah. But it's a bit odd to not have seen any chests at all. Okay, I would definitely try and focus on killing these here. That's why I'm staying close here. Now we're also technically looking for, like, I'm looking for the one that freezes. The cross one would also be nice if it would show up as well. The small cross. Okay. We're only left 36 at this point. The Lord is definitely keeping us alive here, actually. Oh, we could get the cat. Might interact with pickups. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Let's get some cats going. Okay. More cats. It is weird though not having seen that treasures there, and I don't know why they're so tanky now. The trees. I've gotten very little cash on this stage, so it feels like very, very old. You know, I'm just trying to focus on a few weapons here and stuff like that and make sure to... Okay. Right, this is gonna guarantee give us the evolved... It could have given us the evolved wand as well, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, the evolved wand this could have given us. Right, evolved wand please, yes. Holy wand. Fires with no delay. Alright, everyone will, all of the trees will give us the things. Because it is pretty insane actually that all of the trees now will give us the treasure chest, it seems like. Yeah. I might say, oh, it's not worth picking up all the treasure chest, you know, because yeah. But sadly, as I've said, there's no way to go up and pick up this unless you would happen to get the purple chest. And I don't know if there is a chance, like how high the chance is for the tree to drop the purple chest. Or what's the chance of us getting it, you know. Of course, the thing is that the cats... I forgot if it had to do with cats colliding that causes the whole fight to happen, or if it's like it's when several cats collide basically. Kinda, but they can also like bring you items. They can bring you like XP. So technically, I believe that if the cat could technically bring you that thing from over there. By the way, I'm pretty certain that they can do that. And now the thing is going to be the next level is going to be guaranteed to give us another weapon, because that's the only thing we get to choose now. One more weapon, so we will see what the last weapon will be. Okay, so we have... I mean, technically we could get a Pomarola level instead. We could of course get a Ventus Hackle, or we could get one of the birds. Actually, let's just get the Pomarola for now. I want a better option there. Even though it's not really gonna matter because we're so close and getting to the fight. Now I'm not picking up chests. The reason is because I'm hoping that we can get the candy box up here. 'Cause, 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 Yes, the Rune Tracer. The Rune Tracer is actually very good. Okay, only 1 more minute left. And the only thing we can gain level 4 is the Rune Tracer. So levels that we get now is super important, by the way. We're gonna get 50. Yes. Meow meow meow. The fact that you hear the cats meowing me. And we still have all the wives. Where did the tree go? I don't even see it. The tree's still here. I think they demolished the tree. The cats. But I think that ate the chest. Oh, the Lord is actually keeping us safe for a pretty long time there. That's actually pretty crazy. I mean, there's no way that we're gonna defeat it, but still. And keep in mind, when they made it so that the death could get stuck, you could do like an easy setup. There was a setup you could do to kill the death without having to get the cape. Or whatever, right? Yeah, defeat Eva 3 and what an Garlic Paradise. So do we unlock another character? Let's see, Garlic Paradise, yeah. He can amass enough riches to retire that has a gold bonus to it. We get access to the Song of Mana music. Let's go for one more greed. Okay, get that, get some. What else? Get some projectile speed. There we go. And then go with Poe again. Do we go with a max weapon of 1-0? And let's go to the Garlic Paradise, the second to last stage. And let's run with Song of Mana. And let's run with Hurry Mode actually. This might be scary though. As I've said again, that you kind of want to have limit breaking when you do Hurry Mode. Do we go just with Awake instead? We could go also with Beginning, but let's go with Awake first. Because on this stage, as you can see, Garlics everywhere. Level 3. Let's go knife. Garlic. Pomerola, of course. The best thing about this is this means that you will be able to evolve it immediately once you get to the town. Normally I wouldn't go with Spinach because Spinach you need to get the fire wand and we cannot get the fire wand to appear. Hollow Heart could work with the regular whip though. Yeah, there's a candy box on this stage, but again, see, it's out of bounds. So you would need to get that other card to show up. This is also kind of like a challenge stage because this is a much bigger challenge stage than the previous one. It feels you slightly more bigger, it's not that much bigger though. I mean, it is kinda. Let's get more knife there. Because, you know. Yeah, get the max health there. Yeah, let's get the whip. Because, you know, that's with that thing. And we need to look out for braces so we can level up the dagger. Oh, right, see, on this stage you can level up the Soul Eater already. Which is pretty insane. Yeah, let's get the whip. Because we're only going to go with stuff that we can evolve here. I mean, there are stuff that we still haven't evolved here. We still haven't evolved the birds. We still haven't evolved the knife with the bracer thing. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, right, evolving weapons in the base game, by the way, is really important for certain things, but because, yeah. Now, of course, yes, you could just go into a certain stage, by the way, with just enough money, and then you could easily, you know, get certain things to happen, of course, yeah. And of course, we are running hurry mode, which can be dangerous to do, of course, as I've said before, and stuff like that, yeah. Of course, if we get the empty tome, then we can get, of course, the magic one again to level up, which is good as well. And I'm pretty certain that the Attractor Orb, yeah, the Attractor Orb was with, not with Rune Tracer, but the Attractor Orb is with Santa Water. Right. And it feels so weird to not have like a lot of the weapons and stuff that makes things, I mean, technically it makes things more easily not having to worry about getting certain weapons, you know. But we might actually go with the birds this time around, because we have already leveled up the certain things before. The knife is really what I wanted to level up. And technically the whips also, because the whips will make us a lot safer. Especially since we're running with the speed. Or since we're, you know, we're running with the hurry up thing. But we want to go with the other whip, of course, as well. Raise that here. No, that's not gonna be it. Right, because when you get the chest earlier, then you need to have both of the things maxed out. You need to have like the Hollow Heart maxed out at that point, I'm pretty certain, in order for the whip to have evolved at that point. Same thing with the Bracer, by the way, the Bracer would have needed to be... Yeah, Candy Box, why not? Because then we can get the shoes, and then we can get the shoes to Winter Sacro again. Because the Winter Sacro is not guaranteed that it's gonna show up again. And then we need the two birds. I'm pretty certain it's what I'm gonna go with. Yeah. And if I see the other bird, I will just go with the other bird immediately, by the way. Because keep in mind that we are also gonna free up some space, by the way, from the birds and from the whip when they combine. And so the candy box disappear now. It is weird though why do the Song of Mana up here, because the Song of Mana you cannot get with this character, which is a bit weird. And stuff that, or you know, going there. Okay, that's nice. We do have 3 revives, right? Okay. Yeah, Winter Sacro. There are certain things that we're not picking up immediately, right? Because, you know, I mean, because technically, right, the other weapons we can pick up is we can pick up the magic wand and the rune tracer or the cat or the laurel. Like once we evolve the whip and we get the, but basically once we combine the two whips that will free up space, and once we combine the two birds that will free up some space as well. Let's look at the calendar or Labrador right now, actually. Because the calendar is of course important for reasons. Labrador. More projectiles. We of course need to get the other bird as well. So if we see the other bird again, we need to pick it, pretty much. I would definitely want to try and get that as early as possible though. So we don't get like screwed and don't get the other bird, you know, and stuff like that, because that would be bad if that would happen. Yeah, that's not going to be any more evolution. Because we're missing a few passives. Of course, there's a lot of XP to pick up. But yes, we could just pick up the magic wand if we want to and stuff like that. But yeah, but it's better to pick up the other bird so that you can free up a space and stuff like that, you know. A tractor would also be very nice, but you know, that could have like gotten us screwed over there in terms of the passive there and stuff like that. Because there are definitely certain passives we want here to see, or to show up, basically. There are certain passives we want to see. Okay, now we get the skeleton wave. And Labrador. Yes, that's one of the birds maxed out already. Labrador. Now we're gonna get screwed here. Now we're not gonna see the other bird because, you know, that's good actually. Another level cannon Labrador. Went to Sakuro. We still have a chance here, by the way. Go ebony wings. That's great. Yeah, let's go with empty tome because we're gonna need magic wand later. And I would say that we would want to go with greed as well, maybe, in case we get the cats later, because we cannot unlock the armor course for the rune tracer. But the fact that you see that hurry mode is possible and stuff like that on a lot of the stages, you know, it's very good. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Depending on what will show up, of course. Let's go for this first. Stone mask, I would say, in case we get cats. Hitting is double. Lost and found. Silent on Saturday. I mean, the fact that we can get the rerolls and the skips, except that's not really gonna matter. It gives 20% might and cooldown for each active weapon slot, so it would be normally 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, yeah. 100% might. from just having one weapon slot. So it gives you nothing if all the weapon slots are covered. But you get the rerolls and skip still. Ooh, Tragic Princess though. That will make the garlic do damage more often. This again I've said is good. Because of the self-heal. You might need that self-heal actually. I'm pretty certain this is guaranteed now to give us the okay knife. 1008, okay, that's nice. Not really what I would have wanted to get, but still. Yeah, but now both of the whips are or can reach the evolution state now, which is good. It's going to be pretty insane. I actually really like this state with the fact that yes, you're limited to the area that you're in, you know, and stuff like that, but then also that makes it so that you don't have to go far to get the XP and stuff like that, so that you don't attract hobbies, not super necessary and stuff like that, so yeah. I need to drink some water. Okay. But then the 10% movement speed, by the way, is just from having the thing. But you also do of course move faster on most stage just from having the hyper mode active. But of course a lot what makes this stage possible to run with the higher mode is of course the fact that you start with maxed out garlic already from the start, and then that we could get the evolution from the very start there. Was really good. Keep in mind, however, also that when we get the chest here, we will guarantee to evolve something. So that's evolved whip. And that also means that we can get evolve the we'll be able to get a lot of evolutions, of course. We should be able to get the other thing, of course, to show up. That is really bad where you can't get those things there. Also really badly need another chest. Okay, there's a chest over there. And this is gonna be, yeah, that's the upgrade thing, so that's gonna save us a slot. And then the next thing is gonna be the upgraded birds. I don't want the lower, of course. This is gonna guarantee us giving us the bird, good. The Vandalier, good. And now then we wanna see the cat. We want to see the cat and we want to see the magic wand. Cat and magic wand is what we need. Which that is why the rerolls might have been nice there to pick it up before, technically. Magic wand, nice. Are we gonna get to evolve everything though is the question, you know? Because the Vandalier itself has levels. I mean, technically that won't evolve something. We need to get the magic wand levels ASAP basically, before we pick up the chest. There's a lot of value though, or there's a lot of stuff to pick up. But of course the worst thing is the fact that the red gems could become, you know, out of bounds. Stuff like that, which is really bad if it happens. Yes, let's get cats. Let's get the wand whenever possible. Okay. We're doing pretty decent, I feel like, here. Level 8, so that's gonna guarantee to give us the upgraded, this is gonna give us the Holy Wand. And now, oh, purple Tadic Princess. Out of bounds. Projectile speed, okay, so that would be very good for the... Oh, but the knife, I'm pretty certain that the knife and the wand, the thing is just that they make it so that it just fires all the time, so there's no delay to it. Which would make this... I mean, this does not affect the delay, right? Because the thing is, yes, the magic wand already fires all the time, same thing with the knife. But it will fire faster because this affects the projectile speed, it does not affect how often the thing fires. It just makes the projectile go faster. Oh, Gemini though. That would give us the 2 birds, I'm pretty certain, if we get Gemini. I want to see Gemini. Because the cat is also going to get a counterpart. Yeah, you can see now how it gives you 2 birds. It basically only gives you the basic birds. Because it's weird that they show up with the evolution, right? That they show, oh, they will give you another version of the evolved birds. No, but those are the versions of the white and the black bird, basically. Those are the versions of them. Those are the Gemini versions of them. Because there isn't a Gemini version of the upgraded version. And that's basically very huge that you basically get the other 2 birds. Which is a big deal. So yeah. But yeah, but it would be interesting to see more like Gemini weapons exist for certain things, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Okay, that's third level on the cat. I don't want to pick up the chest yet. There is no tractor I saw here. There we go. There's going to be a lot of XP because some of them has been out of bounds. Okay, this is the stage that is going to give us level 80 pretty easily. See, we're basically regenerating health faster than they can damage us. It's pretty insane. We could pick up this chest already because this is not going to evolve, but we have a chance of course to get maybe another cat, which I was hoping for there. Making it so now we only need to gain 1 more level with the cat. And then we can pick up the chest, and then we're gonna get the evolved version of the cat. And even when the cat evolves into the eye, of course, we're still gonna have the cat. So that, there we go. Now we're gonna pick up this. It's gonna give us the evolved cat. It's the vicious hunger. And now it should appear. Eyeballs. But you can still, there are still cats running around. There are 2 different cats, I think. There's a white one and a brown one. Actually, there's 4 types of cats, kind of. So, you know. So yeah, the Gemini is really good because now you have both the vicious hunger and the cats running around. But it's the power of the Gemini. Is that, so. Of course you can still get Vandalier levels as well. So I mean, our money hasn't been insane, sadly, and stuff that because yeah. But yeah, I definitely feel like the XP is also a big part of this, by the way, that extra XP that we have from having the Ascension and stuff like that. Of course, I would say though that when you ascend, by the way, they should have made it so that you start with more like money each time, basically. Because if you're doing an adventure where you don't start with super much cash, where you only start with 5,000, the main problem is, for example, that like why would you put points into curse? Because if you put too much points into curse, you're of course not going to really be killing anything. But of course, each time you kill something, there's going to be a lot of XP, of course, because of the thing. Let's just take random. Yeah. Now we're finally limit breaking. Now when we're very close to the end. Can we hit 700 before? Maybe. Normally it's actually better to use weight, by the way, with picking up the red gems, because then the red gems can become stronger and stuff like that, so sometimes it might just be better to wait. Try and wait as long as possible here before we start picking up the stuff. Or there's a chest. No. Okay, but we have some more revives. Okay, last revive. No. One more revive after this, right? There's one more revive. Come on, levels. 2 more levels. Hopefully we will have please. No, level 98, okay. That was pretty decent though. Okay, retirement reads level 15 in Garlic Paradise. Reads later, that gives us the Planet Bazaar. And yes, we could go and unlock some of the weapons here in the Planet Bazaar. Let's actually do that first, before we do the retirement stage. And let's, yeah. Right, because we want to unlock things here that aren't unlocked yet, like the crown. Duplicator, Spellbinder, Armor, Terayisu. We want certain things to show up here. None of these, because they are expensive. Right, then we don't want salmon. And we don't want any of those either. Candy box can already show up, of course. King Bible, Santa Butter, Cross, Clock Lancet, Axe. I would love both of the guns to be able to show up though, and if I wanted, let's go one more time in here. Song of Mana, Fire Wand, Lightning Ring, Gun 1, Gun 2. There we go, that should be it. There we go, boom. And now before we begin, we power up the... Do we just get the amount? Nah. No, actually, let's get duration, let's get speed, Let's get some luck there. There we go. That's sweet. And let's use the better looking Poe for the final stage, for the retirement stage. And let's run with Hyper, Hurry, Arcanas. Which, by the way, is it the... No, okay. Oh yeah, it's the Hyper that gives you enemy health. But it doesn't give it normally on all the stages. You can see there that Hyper is giving... The final stage is getting more enemy health with Hyper, which is weird. Last simply stands still forever. Do we dare to hurry mode here? Yes, we do. This is gonna get scary though. Because we're running with 6 weapons. So let's see how this goes. Do we awake immediately? Yes. Okay, so this is the... Yes. Oh! Okay. King Bible. Now we get to play with some other weapons, of course. Wait, is this the stage that has no real enemies? I mean, I know what we want to go with to level up these things. We will need to pick up the axe just because we picked up the candelabra, by the way. I also want to keep an eye out for the you get center water again. I forgot, were there any enemies on this stage at all? We go get the axe. I mean, we could theoretically also go and just pick up the rings and stuff like that, so we could go for Laurel and Clock Lancet as well. But the question is, are we going to have enough levels to like get the things? That was the question. Of course, the main problem is, of course, that we don't have any rerolls, which I've talked about before. Again, it's like really bad to not have any rerolls, because we might get screwed over with the stuff that shows up. Because if Laurel shows up, we might just have to take the Laurel, but that is in case we're gonna try and kill Death or not. It depends. Clock Lancet, yeah, we're gonna have to take this at this point, because, you know. And of course, you do need some powerful weapons as well, but if you get both Clock Lancet and Laurel, then, you know. But we're not guaranteed, of course, because we're running hurry mode, which can be actually really bad to do, by the way. Because the bad thing about hurry mode now is that, are we gonna have enough time to level up the stuff? We're gonna have enough time to level up the rings, because you don't want to pick up the rings too early, by the way. Because we need to get the Laurel as well. Duplicator would only be worth it if we get the thing, because we need the attractor orb for the for the Santa Water And we need a spellbinder for that thing. Yes. Laurel, that would go good. I mean, we're doing pretty good here on the time here. If I'm certain, almost all of these contains a chest. Almost all of those things. Almost. Could we already go for Metalgo left and Metalgo right is the question though. Because I'm pretty certain they take up a passive slot and that might actually be very, very bad at this point. Pomarola. Now I would say if the crown shows up, the crown might be good to take as well. I almost had the garlic maxed out already. But I forgot, was this a full 30 minutes or was this one of those 15-minute stages? Because if it's 15 minutes then that would be really bad with hurry mode here. You know. Because then there's no way we're gonna get all the things in time. Because the 15 minutes will only be a little bit above 7 minutes then. If that is the case. Now of course imagine, right, if our XP increase, if the... I mean we have almost 150% like growth. Which by the way is really good. And stuff that, because yeah. Yeah, I'm almost out of water completely now. But of course we would need to go towards one more things if we really want to try and get them, but I feel like it would be a waste also. The main problem is we're not gaining the levels quick enough, I feel like. Even though we're getting like a lot of XP. Now of course if we would have had retaliatory damage at this point, then that would have been very, very good, because then when we were going through here we would have, you know, like killed stuff. Now of course one thing we could do is try and focus on getting the levels for like the Laurel and the Clock Lancet. Because then it would be way easier to level up the things to give us the cape and stuff like that, so yeah. Get the King Bible. Now the best thing is of course if we happen to see oh, that's the nice, very nice. I think this is going to be a pretty big deal though. I don't know what spiked the growth there at that point, when the growth was insane. Maybe it happens when you pick up an attractor orb, maybe that happens. Oh yeah, attractor orb. Because you know the thing. Let's just go towards it already now. I'm pretty certain we only have 15 minutes on this stage, so there's no way we're gonna have all this stuff in time. But you can see here most of these things are gonna be like a chest, most of these bottle looking things are always gonna be a chest. Get that. I mean, we could still save ourselves with this. Boogaloo evolutions. Boogaloo evolutions are gonna be very important, by the way. Right, because here's the thing, right? If we know that, okay, we are guaranteed to get chests in certain things, right, then that's gonna be very, very important. In worst cases, this is the last minute now. But we will see very shortly if that is the case. Okay, so we would need... we have the attractor orb, we have the candelabra door. We will need the spellbinder as well. We won't even make it to the thing. We should have used run this at normal speed. Yeah. Absolutely no chance. It's crazy, so we only really played 7 minutes on this stage. Technically because of that. Defeat 3,000 monsters alone in retirement. That gives us 10,000 gold coins, and that's not enough to ascend it another time, because you can see we still need to do the the coffin in, or the coffin in Wrath of Awakening. That's the only thing more that we need to do. Right, yeah. Coffin in Wrath of Awakening. That's only one more thing that we need to do. Do we need to even? Yes, maybe. Let's just get that. Get luck. Get some more money. What did it say? What stage? Yeah, Wrath of Awakening. Okay. Of Awakening. Yes. And run the fast thing. I mean, technically we can use limit break with him. That's one weapon. One weapon. Of Awakening. Let's run with that music again. And then let's run with Awake in case we're being absolutely dumb, which, you know, could happen. Pomarola, or the count showed up there. Because technically we only need to unlock Pugnala, by the way, by going for the thing, and then we can use stop, you know, and stuff like that. Oh, I need to remember we cannot get another weapon unless we get them in the shop, of course. But we start. I'm so damn dumb. Right, okay. Because we started with one weapon use, so we could, and I started with the Awake instead of starting with the correct one. Where is the correct one even? It's number... What number is it? Is it towards the end? Yeah, Silent Old Sanctuary, number 20. Because yeah, gives 3+ reroll, skip banish, gives 20% might and 8% cooldown for its active weapon slot, so yeah. So that's the thing that we needed to pick up. Obviously, so... reroll, we don't want any of those. We want the empty tome. Oh, this is not the Vampire Survivor, so we went with another song now, damn it. Teraisu, why not? Because the Teraisu can be used up. The only thing we need to go for, by the way, now is just get the Pugnala. And then we just exit the stage of that. We don't need to finish the stage. Because we have already finished the stage once. And stuff that, so yeah. Because the goal is to see like what happens when you ascend the next time. Pomarola. Because we want to go over there by the way as quickly as possible to get the thing. And it's 131% might just because of the fact that we maxed out my might in the power up window. I didn't check there either that much what the other options were. Yeah, let's get another charge on the Tira Isu. Go now level of Garlic there. Of course the count is going to be really super important, by the way, if the count shows up. Don't I have the things? Like, why doesn't it show up why doesn't it show up the... Wow. I had turned that off, I hadn't even known. That would have been nice to have actually to have on there on one of the stages. But yeah, I mean, you could use Limit Break with the Garlic from the very beginning, you know, of course, when you're doing this, you know, and stuff that. And it's just very powerful with that combo because we have shown you that we can beat like the hard stages even, you know, and stuff that. You know, because of the fact that the Garlic benefits a lot from, you know. And then of course if we get spinach on this stage, for example, and if we will get 50% more might, right, it will be 60, 70, 80, 180% might. So yeah, so we would almost quadruple our damage, basically, from the Garlic. Right. We need to wait a bit here just because we need to do an opening here. Another level of Garlic. Garlic level 6, yes. Almost maxed out Garlic. And as I said, I really want to get the crown if possible. This is my Garlic. Almost there. The question is how quickly are we gonna kill those type of enemies. I mean, sometimes they die super quickly. But this could be good. Having the freeze effect is very powerful, of course. Right up here. Almost there. It's weird that we only saw Crown at one time and stuff like that. Okay, that's the final level of Garlic. to be right here. It's so weird on the map how high up it actually is. Okay, whoa, 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 that's a lot of damage. Yeah, because we can steal that. No? Yeah, we do have 2 revivals. Pomerola. Get the box. Right, that... Huh? Alright, that's because it's not 10 minutes yet. Because on certain stages you cannot evolve that way. And there's a lot of these. And we need to kill all of them, by the way, before we can get the thing. Reroll. Attack the orb. Attack the orb isn't necessary, as I've said, but you know, that makes you more safer. The main problem is we need to kill all of these. Crown. So that's 8% more XP. So it went up to that insane thing again. That happens sometimes. I don't remember what causes that to happen. Maybe it has to do with when you pick up a certain gem, or maybe it's when you pick up the green gem, maybe that's what happens. No. I need to be careful here because of the fact that the thing that's doing so much damage to us is actually when we get hit by the flying guys. Because they do a lot more damage than the other ones. But of course our max health is not particularly high either. Oh, this might be bad. There's not that many left. We can probably just stand here. I would say kill a Calendar, Abrador. Normally here. Let's just take the attack orb. The spinach might have been good as well, but we only need to kill all of these. And then just pick up the chest. Oh, there's only one more dude. Okay, fine, let's do this. Candelabrador. It's gonna be insane XP. And especially if we take up the thing that gives us more XP. I know we could already finish the stage at this point just by hitting the thing, but I'm curious. How much XP can we get if we actually max out the crown? One more level of crown, there we go. And that's total 80% XP, right? So it's 80% XP. And we did get all the levels into the crown, so that's... So this is what we get when we have ascended once. We have the crown fully maxed out. And then we have the points into the other thing. So that gives us a total of 80% growth in total. Right, and we can also do this. That's gonna give us that, Soul Eater. And then the thing you would pick up here. The duration doesn't really matter. This would be the best at that point. Because you want to see turbo level ups. And the fact is that of course that you could use pick up all the other stuff on the map as well, the Hollow Heart, the thing. You can even pick up like more weapons if you really want to as well. But yeah, let's just get Pugnala. Thank you, Poracho. So the question is though, is this it now? You completed the adventure and earned 38,500 base game gold coins. You can now ascend the adventure. Okay. So now we get a second ascend adventure. So now let's ascend the adventure again. So you can see you start out with 5,000 there again. So now we can get another point. No, so it is 25% from the second point as well. So it was not correct what it showed, that the second point is way less. So I mean, that would mean that you could have like 50% more luck, for example. And the luck is pretty busted. Because you can see now you start with this again here. And stuff that, so, you know. I mean, 50%, man, that's insane. Okay, so, I mean, that was unexpected. Okay, so it's way stronger, so is it gonna be this, like, how long is it gonna be 50%? Is it gonna be for, like, 4 levels? Is it gonna be, like, that it's every point of Ascension is gonna be, you know, or is it up to a certain amount of Ascension points that, up to the 5 first Ascension point is 25%, and then the Ascension points after that is less? Because, I mean, this would definitely be a mode that you would want to, like, try and figure out how to speedrun, right? And try and buff this up as much as possible. But keep in mind, 100 XP would just be double experience, pretty much. But I mean, still it's a big deal, right? Because, you know... But of course, the thing is that the growth here is expensive, and yes, it's 15% from that, and then it's like 8% times 5, right? Because there's 5 levels of it, so yeah. So I mean, the Ascension points is a really big deal. So that's, so yeah, so... This has been Ascension, and we have, you know, we have ascended, it still shows only 1 star there, which is weird. I'm guessing the star is used to show that you have ascended. I thought that there was going to be more stars every time or whatever, and maybe there should be a limit to how much you can ascend, but it would be cool, like, if this would change, you know, like, first maybe there would be just these stars around, and I don't know how many stars would fit to fill up the whole thing, and then maybe after all the stars get filled, maybe, you know, maybe the stars change color, you know, maybe silver stars would be next, and then, you know, it would start filling up again, but with silver stars, and then maybe with the next type of star, and next type, you know, and stuff like that, so yeah. But then they would, of course, have to design the UI elements for that, but yeah. But that has been cool, so we definitely tested, you know, what the Ascension, because I knew already, you know, because what I read was that the first Ascension points into a stat would be would be something like 20%, and then it said, like, the second point would be 10%, and then the third and the fourth and the 1000th point would be like only like 5% each time. But it seems that I did not go with that, and that it's actually more useful to actually. But maybe it has to do with what adventure you do it in as well. So yeah, but I mean, because this took like 3 hours, right? But we did not do it correctly. I would say, right, that's not like the fastest way you can do it. There's probably like a faster way, right? And then if you don't like do it with power, or you do hurry mode on every single stage, right? The thing is, the first stage, you technically don't need to complete the first stage, right? Because if you used wait, let's go in on the adventure again. Let me explain here what I mean. Let me explain what I mean, right? So you go into progress here, right? And you can see here, so I have 10 minutes in an old mad forest. That's one of the things. So I have 50 minutes in a rough awakening. That's to clear those levels. You don't need to do the whole, you know, which I did, you know, like the survive it for 30 minutes, right? And then the survive the 50 minutes, by the way, when in hurry mode, that means that you only need to survive 5 minutes of an old mad forest. That means that you're only surviving like 7.5 minutes of awakening. Like, the timer still shows, you know, 10 minutes. Like, the timer still needs to be at 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes will just be 5 minutes, because when you're using hurry mode, the timer goes at double speed, basically. So when you have reached the time minute, you have only been spending like 5 minutes or whatever. So yeah, and opening coffin in risky woods, defeat the other tree, reach a 15 garlic paradise, defeat the 3000, and then find a whip, find a magic wand, find the rune trace, find a knife, which is at all of those shops. Evolve the Vento Sacro, or find the Fufa La Vuvalu, which you can do on that specific stage, by the way, where the thing was. But otherwise, evolving the Vento Sacro was not particularly hard. Evolve the garlic, of course, unlocks Pepino, and then reach level 80. So those are the only goals that you need to do. So I mean, you could do those very, very quickly, right? And open a coffee in Risky Wood, defeat the Yavati in Rotten Orchid. So yeah. Of course, then you had the whole where you had to, you know, Pugnal as well. Find coffee in Rough Awakening, so yeah. So you know, those are the, because the goals are the only thing that you need to complete, right? And each of the goals give you the money. doesn't say how much it is, but you know. So that's really, really important. But anyway, hope you all enjoy this, and I'll see you all next time.